an easy way to simplify fractions that contain factorials. I'm going to show you a couple of examples how you can find the simplified version of a factorial fraction without having to expand every factorial all the way down to 1. You'll recall the factorial definition, let's say like 5 factorial. That's equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's expanding it all the way down to 1. Well, we're going to take a shortcut when we do these fractions. We have 2 factorial times 10 factorial over 8 factorial times 1 factorial. Now, instead of factoring, expanding these all the way down, I am going to look at the bottom. Let's see, the top has the largest factorial factor. The bottom has, let's see, the largest one on the bottom would be 8 factorial. So instead of going all the way down, what I'm going to do is just keep 2 factorial. Then I'm going to multiply by 10 times 9 times 8 factorial. And I'm going to stop right there because that is the same as 10 factorial. 10 times 9 times 8 factorial is the same as 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. It's the same thing. I just stopped short. And the reason I stopped there is because there's a factor of 8 factorial in the denominator that will cancel with that 8 factorial. Cancel the 8 factorials. And I have, look, I'm expanding the 2 factorial on the top. And upstairs we have 10 times 9 left, and that's all we have left on top. On the bottom we have 1 factorial, which is just equal to 1. So now simplify the fraction. And you multiply across the top, you get 180 over 1, which is 180. Let's do it again. We got 3 factorial times 2 factorial on the top over 5 factorial times 4 factorial. Now here's our shortcut. Let's see. I think I'm going to factor the 5 factorial down to 3 factorial. See, we went 5 times 4 times 3 factorial. And then, because then the 3 factorial will cancel with a factor of 3 factorial in the top. And then that 4 factorial in the denominator, I'm going to bring it down to 2 factorial. 4 times 3 times 2 factorial. That way the factorial will cancel with the 2 factorial on the bottom. Okay, let's see what's left. On top we have, well, all that's left is 1 on the top, everything canceled. On the bottom we have 5 times 4 times 4 times 3. That's 1 over 240. So what I've shown you is that the idea is to factor down. Factor down the factorials only far enough to cancel with k factorial portion on either the top or the bottom, the opposite side of the fraction, so that you don't have to expand every one of these guys all the way down. And it really saves you a lot of time and a lot of trouble.